that G2 might be looking to overload this part of the map.
We haven't gotten to see a whole lot of G2's attacks. Oh my god, a shock actually connects with that spam damage as well.
We've heard the word heroics thrown around by G2. They're softly referring to this guy on your screen. Zekken has been incredible. Will he have to do that again in a series like this, Jorg? Such him down early though. No value there off that Sheriff. Sentinels down to 2, and frankly, White have been picked apart one by one.
And we get an early taste of, oh, well, Jonah in a bit of trouble, but all things considered, this should be fine unless Bang able to pick up a second here.
Zellsis is still at large as well. He's got to make something happen from here, though, and kind of gave the game away earlier. Was given a stay of execution as, for some reason, Jonah couldn't connect, but Zellsis is having the same kind of yips. Getting valyn, but down to 48. In the post-plant, mind you. Means Zellsis here can try and save some faces, but that's about all we can expect from a round like the rip at the start of the round. jawgemo here's got some ground to cover, of course, with a stinger in hand. He'd like to make that effective, and Narrate's playing close here. Caught out. It'll swing by Jorg, will secure it. John playing well and truly off the side, but this Sova util may light the way for Sen, as they've got Zekken tucked up here, nice and close.
Spike going to be planted, Zekken outlaw for the retake, going to be challenging to try and find a kill unless someone from G2 over-pushes, but over-pushing doesn't seem like that's going to occur whatsoever. They're playing back just to spam the spike on cliffside.
Yep, strictly into those post-plant positions, leaving jawgemo to cause problems up close here with that stinger, get some valued Leaf. Presiding over the situation from a long way away will bring Zellsis
deal with that re-push back out of the Nebula to take down Narrate, who was already on such low HP. He was feeling pressure to try and be a bit more aggro. Bang needs to save that rifle, and he will.
Way down mid, it might look to wrap around here. Emerge at a pretty dangerous timing here for Sen. He should spot John over there. He's going to be forced off by a fault line. Here comes Jorg. He's on the side, and Narrate gets absolutely flattened. And nobody else for Sentinels is inside B. They've all now got to peer in from the extremities. And once again, G2 can fall back to these post-plant positions after Trent sticks it.
Oh, and Jaw, he went back through the gate crash, picks up Bang on the rotate as well. That is so intelligent from the new G2 star. Their one off-season change.
And Sen have to just drag themselves here onto the site. They've cleared it at least with a 0 point. They have some information, but Leaf will be waiting on this. Oh, an opportunity to strike, but Zekken is waiting, and he held the line. Now, things get a bit more even. Zellsis able to spray down. Trent's going to have a crack in there, or at least light them up here. Trying to stop the power, but Zekken plants his feet instead. Jorg, though, coming from behind. Zellsis isn't ready for it. The third for Jorg, and now the updraft won't be enough. Once again, Sentinels back to the buy. A Cosmic Divide here, that's set up by valyn. It gives G2 all this space. Oh, and Earth was that from Zekken. Ungodly reaction time.
They need him to come to life like that. Leaf immediate trade onto Narrate, though. Do G2 try and slow it down? They're trying to give Leaf some time to work the map. Zekken is weary.
They've gambled the A site. This triplet of Sentinels able to finally nullify jawgemo's impact. Trent here is a lone wolf over towards A main as Leaf is still meandering his way up the top of mid.
And you've got to imagine at some point Leaf is just going to wander into this crosshair of Zekken. He can't sit in top mid forever.
Zekken is patient. Has a real good feel for this. And the shot though isn't good. So Leaf has another option, another chance perhaps, and Zellsis ends up getting taken down. So Leaf still takes his pound of flesh. Pinged out here though, 40 seconds left in the round. The spike is over towards A main. This would be Herculean for Leaf. Even for him, it might be asking too much. Okay.
30 seconds left.
Oh, that's unreal! Bang gets hit with a trademark there. Easy to spray into this round. Cosmic Divide and Null Command at their disposal.
They know where the second off is at, and there's a 2 to force. Might get that operator battle as Jaws up through mid with the dimensional drift. We saw him get so much value with this last time they tried to go for the B execute. He knows Zekken and John have both retreated.
Surely John has to be ready for this. jawgemo, in fact, just chooses to emerge from a smoke. Here comes G2 straight up onto this B site.
He even fakes a gate crash forward, so Sen might think he's in that nebula that he's staring at right now. Pop flash out!
He's able to turn it for a time, but it's overwhelming pressure from the local round. Zellsis with the classic. Okay. Able to find that kill as Zekken gets a rifle instead. Here's an Null Command. They're going to try and flood out together, but JonahP! Oh, that's dirty! valyn? Question mark? We'll let that one slide. 3 versus 1 here for Bang, who is belated in arriving at the site, but have lined up from some foes came calling.
Right, this time, Jaw getting so deep on mid, pushed all the way up. That's just a clone. All good. Second, so fast out of B. This is Sen changing the pace.
Still, that Rolling Thunder is actually headed over towards Tower on the A side of the map, but G2 are definitely gearing up to push through that smoke in A main. Hunter's Fury now being deployed by John. Narrate gets his first of the game. He's in it, folks. Able to find that share of purchase on jawgemo. This is Sent here with only 2 hero rifles in the round, holding their own. But now G2 are really going to come to call on this A side. An opportunity for JonahP. Only going to find the one as Zellsis really selling the bundle. I'm not going to lie, he is quite good at marketing this classic.
The breaches right there in A main, right?
Yeah, security's about to be smoked out anyway. Trent gets that Aldrin in, knows there's a player at the back of the site. Here goes Sentinels. They do need to get their ducks in a row. They pulled off the site, so no one's anchoring here so much. Just setting up for more. Oh, actually, they're coming through security right now, Wyatt.
Yeah,
they're going for an off-timing. Smokes in the way. Now, right, those C's. Jonah up on that high ground. Jorgs is going to trade it out. John swings in. That's a tough one to win. And send it down to 2. They have to win this round.
Zellsis trying to find a timing up into heaven. The smoke comes down. That might have saved him, but ultimately it's going to make it more than uncomfortable and less than ideal to get back into this site. Though he does have a flash. He can pop flash out of this. There it is. But oh, it doesn't connect onto Trent.
They have every angle covered, Wyatt. They had security, A main, tower, all eyes on those locations. Okay. Link is bobbing up there, being a nuisance. Second will punish him for his audacity. But there's not much more that he can do in this round. He has to walk away. He's being chased as well. Trent is right behind him and he knows it. He's heard it.
He needs to hit the shot. They need to save the op into this next round. Trent is jiggling the angle perfectly. He's on the run and he gets punished. Gun down. Oh, and Leaf punishes the push. Reading that with ease on G2 and jawgemo swinging onto it.
This is only the second time that they've tried it this half. How did G2 read into this? Oh man, that is devastating. Now Sen on their last legs in this round already. A faster pace switch up here for G2 has left them without a leg to stand on.
Trying to play aggressively on defense against this G2 team, you are just wandering into a trap. Leaf is going to have the AWP on the angle. They're going to be ready to re-swing onto you with flashes from Jaw. This is next to impossible for Bang. He gets the first.
All those post-plant positions, though, there's an easy double swing here for G2 with some JonahP util to set it up. Smoke is well placed. Here's that Hunter's Fury now. Bang just doesn't really have the time to get to the spike where he's needed. He's able to dodge that one. Give it a tickle again. Step forward from the smoke and shut down.
Obviously must win. Well, good luck.
It's the same. Just reversed. Leaf able to find a first kill with a headhunter from Catwalk in the first round of the game. Groundhog Day out here.
Trent feels the pressure from the 0 point, so he just gets out. Time to play for a nice little retake. We've got the breach. We're going to excel in a situation like this.
Sen really want to try and overload in the security direction, but G2 are more than happy to contain them until they're ready to try and retake this. Slowly, Leaf is making his way on the flank, and Second takes a bunch of spray through. Valyn there gets the drop on him with some free damage. And such a nuisance around that corner. Trent's there, eventually Valyn falls off that cliff. But what about the defuse? What about the objective? The game plan here for Sentinels. Jorg might be here to disrupt it once more, but John from below. Zellsis with that off angle. They are making a half of G2 to get back in here. Sentinels have really taken control of this site. Trent for 1. He's had 3 in the round, but there's just no time to go for a defuse at this rate. And zekken, you better believe, will keep himself scarce until it's time to strike. And away he goes. Sentinels. Quite the map, all things considered. Here's Bang, though, under the fault line. Pressure, and Jorg gets him. More of a G2-esque pace. Starting now to inch their way up towards that B site. Jorg's having to take the shot. He gets a lot of information there. Zekken's still quite low. And John ends up falling. That's just sprayed through the wall by the looks of things. Flash to play off of. Leaf capitalizes, and Zekken is down, and Sen starting to fall apart. Zellsis is not in a position to have a real impact in terms of advancing their win condition. And it's up to Narrate, who always seems to be alone against a horde.
This is forcing from G2. They have to pick up far more passive angles at this point.
Yep. You get top mid basically for free, Wyatt. Okay, this could be a little bit dicey. I think I like the idea. The trend is going to end up going down. Here comes that null command now. Zellsis getting serious about hitting this A site. No one really proximate for G2 to stop them moving through A main. Much of the fight is going to happen through these links here. Valyn for 1. The jump isn't enough for Narrate. He eventually gets caught out. 3 for each to work with. Leaf now trying to get into tower. Zellsis ready for him, but Leaf is far too canny to overexpose himself.
He's playing this so well, Leaf, but Zellsis still able to find it. That is crucial. That should be the round winner. Talk about an impact kill.
And that Nova Pulse, it's too late to catch Zellsis out. Now, G2 might have to draw upon some heroics of their own. Tap of the spike, presumably for jawgemo here. Valyn has to be aware of what's going over in main, and of course, his Astra setup means the post plant is hard to play through. Half comes out for Valyn! What? That is unreal! Far from done, Zellsis with a third with Jorg! G2 shrug off another close round here for Sen, and now obviously the map winner is here. Sen just bullied their way out of the A site and bowled JonahP over in the process. He didn't have any backup to rely on at the time. John, despite being Nova Pulse, is able to get a plant down. Shock dart up to tower. Gatecrash being deployed over towards tower as well here by jawgemo. Give him a place to fall back to. And actually gets blown up instead. Clone gives him the flash. Leaves it with a headhunter. Numbers are even now again. Bang probably feeling a little bit exposed here on that side. Zellsis 0 point though gives him the info, and John whacks the Sentinels sloop.
Valyn feeling pressured, needs to put down that Nebula, wants to play in it. Oh my god, that is a sick angle, but zekken finds the first kill.
And he's all over the site now. Sentinels well and truly in there. A late wrap here from Leaf, but bear in mind the weaponry for G2 is just not there. So they might get themselves another now. Recon does tag zekken out. Oh, goes low. Decent pressure from Trent in upper. Leaf here with the tour de force in this round, as we mentioned earlier. Hoping to take a bit more away from it. But getting onto the side is a whole different story. JonahP Trent still stacked up here. Still have to try and make a way in with these pistols. Okay. Zellsis gets dropped by Leaf. That was an operator, if I'm not mistaken. Another? This is so bad for your economy, man! That is disgusting!
My God!
That is power. Ace comes up for Leaf. Yay, lets the round go, but Sen, it just...
Does have the gate crash to get away from here after he takes that first engagement.
jawgemo knows his first shot needs to be good. Narrate just TPing pretty deep here. He's actually going to stick it. So Sentinels, very much set up on this B side, behind this Astral Divide.
Has to use 2 teleports, a little bit unfortunate if he's in a situation where he wants to get away. John has the Hunter's Fury, though, for this post plant.
I mean, I'd be scared now if there's some flood util to deal with. Narrate doesn't have an option to get out. Okay, Joe, that's a little bit audacious, I'll be honest with you. Pops out of that dimensional drift, and here come the Sentinels now. Some punishment for G2. A little bit lax on this round, perhaps the protocols not...
That Hunter's Fury ringing off from Trent, but the timing just isn't there. That's 2 ults, 2 big ults gone now for G. That'll stop Jonah from getting any breach util in here.
Well, Valyn also can't make use of that Astra util. He got caught out by that null command and suppressed. But zekken is down. Professor P from up on high. Oh my goodness! Narrate perforated as he tries to go for a plant. And Sentinels only have 2 left to work with. JonahP stays off the aggression now as a clone drops down. Zellsis realizes it. Flash follow it up. jawgemo with the rifle still. A real threat. Where's the plant coming from? John has to put it down now, but a fault line is going to interrupt. He still has to stick it. Eventually taken down, and it's on Zellsis. Up to him in a 1 versus 3 to salvage the game for Sentinels. Professor P puts the period on the sentence, and G2 will claim Abyss.
At the end of the day, that just comes down to their excellent...
There is a trademark here, outside of art. It's going to be smoked out, though. Here comes Sentinels working on this A site. Now they're going to get activated in A main as well. Arkrose there's going to flash Trent out, but he's still going to set this one up, trying to get information with that recon, but Sentinels are way too fast. They break upon them like waves on rock. And now they're sat in this side proper. Leaf gets picked off there as the smoke clears. Jorg is good for only the 1. And JonahP, a spectator in this round so far.
Spike planted.
We'll have a chance to get involved with Sentinels with a late re-clear through Arch.
Stop into A main.
Hey, Leaf is here. I imagine he'll be forced to vacate this area. He doesn't, in fact, choose to do so. Zekken, oh, he's a Moxie! Okay, gets it in with the Bucky. Leaf is down. Trent's going to be forced back now by those salvos that come a little bit later from John. And the man himself is going to creep up on this site.
And that haunt not being broken allows Sen to just walk in. They know they can skill into the site for free. Spike planted in the open. How do they position here? They want to go towards Art together.
It's going to be the counter flood.
And now they're just waiting as well. John doesn't have his utility yet, but they want those guided salvos to cycle, to deny a plant after the grab wheel goes off. G2 have to tap this. They have to get the util out.
Here's the horn coming down that was destroyed straight away. Razor Vine also could not be deployed. Sentinels peer in here. They're just going to contact check this. Narrate's able to get one, though. He's had a decent game to start with. The defuse, of course, the Teo util is going to be there. Valyn's still standing. It's up to John. All up to John. Trent drops. John here with the ghost. Spray on Valyn, it's got to half, and Valyn's able to win.
Drew Trent away. They just have to break this trip. There it goes, getting into the A site now. Oh, the pressure on Valyn. Nightfall coming through.
Yeah, all of his secrets going to be laid bare now. They know the Valyn is going to be tucked here by dugout. That's just a clone. King knows it. Flash here, zekken trying to work his way around the corner. Lead gets his first of the game, though. Forced to play from behind the grab wheel for now. Zellsis aware there could be a wrap, and it's a pretty quick one for jawgemo. Not the range you want to be at with that stinger, but still good damage done onto Zellsis now as Leaf is snarled up amongst that Razor Vine. The Professor, though, deals with the Mastermind. And it's all on Zellsis here to hold the fort in this post plant. The Razor Vine, again, giving him a little bit of breathing room, but G2 swing him. And Leaf finds his first three of the game in stunning style.
That was such a great mid-round pivot from Sentinel.
Gaps. Get something here, the reaction time, not quite there, Zellsis. Zekken, of course, knows this. He would like to get into halls and be a bit of a nuisance, but JonahP is going to see that gate crash coming. He might have to give some of that space up now. Here come the salvos. Razor Vine also going to be deployed. C's committed to that as well. Jorg's on the corner, though. Jorg's on the corner! Oh, it's carnage! 4-4, the Jorg sat up on the swing. Now Zellsis has got nothing left to do after that.
Insane lineup. Oh, Neri trying to get in for the trade as well. He didn't even move his 25. Has Art on lock.
Yeah, Sen are very wary of Art, and the double swing just doesn't give them any catharsis. Leaf has one bullet for each of them. jawgemo's going to give them some room here now. Let them trundle straight down Link. The Razor Vine does nothing to catch him.
Just another example in the long line of them in kickoff so far.
We're doing this again, guys. Oh, I love that. Okay, beautiful little high-low. Zekken actually just swung that from the off angle. Right, so away we go. Outlaw to hand here for Narrate. He's picked that one up in 3 plays here for Sen. 17 seconds left in the round. They're going to go for the plant. Once again, clone whistles past. Narrate takes damage from God knows where. It's going to be Zekken to find Valyn, though. Trent is tucked in here. He can stand in the safe zone, though, between those two salvos. But it needs to be impactful. John! Beautifully done. Sen bundle once more, striking. And Trent is going to check water. Won't have enough time to wrap, though, towards flowers.
Oh, Judgeable with the first and up too fast, second too low on HP.
Still, the matter of the defuse is at hand. Narrate is going to have to do it again. Feels like him against the world. Straight through the corner of the masonry. jawgemo goes down. Jonah is healthy, though. Looking to get this to half. Narrate seeks him. And it's a shot force, though, here for Leaf. So it can play similarly. jawgemo pushed up here in A main yet again. Hunter's Fury comes out. So much of this early util. Oh, Zekken! I thought he might have had that one, but Valyn was ready, and Trent finds one with the Hunter's Fury. Aldo is going to check over towards connector, spots 2 Sentinels players. And he's at Steel Garden. G2 disarmed for the time being. They've got to give this space up.
And it forces Trent out, but they can play for the retake. They have a Cosmic Divide as well to cut off one of the crucial angles when getting back in. Bang stuck on default. Narrate far forward. Those 2 players have to go off, and Narrate gets the first.
Down to 33, but he might be able to take that space up here over towards Flowers. There's nobody else there from G2. They're all trying to come in from secret. There's that retake wall coming down now. Narrate has the wrap. He has a golden opportunity to send this one out to the fences. It's just Valyn standing. Now on the 1 versus 2, but this is carpeted in utility. 31 points of health. He'll go through the wall. Absolutely unhinged. You've got Yoru pushing A. And of course the long line being held by your chamber. That was a clone. So Leaf has to give up that line briefly. Narrate just glides across it. Low. They are going to filter their way in. Here comes the flash. That's turned. Valyn got off the line, though. It's Sen. They want to punish him. Now they're going to be smoked off the situation. Caution to the wind. Into a link, G2 go. Shock darts herald their arrival, but John found Trent. Jonah had his teammate at his back, picked off, and they're not ready for the second. And Jorg is waiting for them over on the A site. It's up to Bang.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds to play. Spike is still over towards Link.
Safe spot for either team. And the ultimate's not used on the previous round from Sen. Could pay dividends here. Zetshot forced away by the stealth drone. Doesn't want to get suppressed.
This is such a fast hit here through Link. jawgemo sees it coming though. Razorbine's going to slow them up. Flash as well to continue to hinder the attackers. Jawg is going to set up behind him. He's going to go for this. Flash himself from behind the box, but Sen don't want a bar of it. They're committed to the site fully now, but they're on a timer.
Oh, where do they go from now? Do they try to fight forward with the Nightfall or deal with Jaw?
They're going to get crushed.
They're pinched.
The trash compactor, the walls start closing in. Bang was able to find the one, but second they can just see the corner is model around the corner, and valyn is there for two. Zellsis again has to do more than sell vibes.
Every round they have this position. Here comes that steel guard and dimensional drift. Zekken getting all of the information. We'll find out for the rest of the team that G2 have fully retreated back to spawn.
Yep.
Gets the info on both anchors now.
Timing off the garden comes in before Zekken confirms that they pulled off the site, so eventually it doesn't get actually that much value.
Oh, Narrate swings alone though, trying to capitalize off of that information, goes down.
There's a Razorvine, says, oh, this is an awkward angle. However, there was an opening there as the clone was picked off. Gravity well catching two players. John's able to deal with Leaf, and it's going to be a big stack here. But JonahP valyn will get there. Everybody for G2 involved, but Zekken holds it down. Can he make it a third?
Gets the info on Trent. Good fake teleport.
Backs up. Gate crash was an option. Sentinels acquiesce.
Trent gets a bit of info, just shock darts away, gets to safety. This is Sentinels trying to get through Art quickly into the A site. They've struggled in the post plants here. G2 have been
Jonah
so good.
The timing, oh, there's no way you're ready for that. Zellsis, Narrate's able to get away with it though. He does take a fair chunk of damage in doing so, and there's still no plant quite yet. Sen have not committed, but there's 33 seconds in the round. Cosmic now getting thrown up to waylay them even further. Sen have to make a decision.
They're slowing things down, and G2 are falling off. They're going towards B right now. The site is lighter. Second Cosmic Divide.
They're going to double back. Map getting cut up here. And then Jawg over the top finds one. valyn has been so good on these
together. Again, just displaying the fundamentals, the way that they're all able to push through this Cosmic Divide together. Off that flash from Jawg. Oh. God, valyn is a shooter when he needs to be. He's a problem.
Around here's a great way to make a statement. Give yourself a staging ground. Jawg just lazily walks on out there. Bang is clean. And now Sen have been able to push up pretty nicely here towards Plaza. Trent just antics around the corner, gets rid of Zellsis, makes it a 3 versus 3.
Oh, great stealth from, I mean, Leaf is just so sickening with the headhunter. The amount of first bullet taps he gets, man. There's just no one shooting like him.
And just the timing as well as they look to capitalize off the stealth drone. John, I mean, the rest of Sen thought they were home free to find those picks. And that shut them up real quick.
What more can Bang do? He gets his two, gets them the advantage, but Zellsis isolated. Time is dwindling at the moment. Trent has a recon cycled back up. That's going to be really dangerous. Could go past the Nebula, maybe light somebody up.
And I tell you, U2 just went towards clearing holes that G2 have given up.
There's so much to clear for Sen right now. Zekken's gonna have to hit some really quick headshots.
I've seen this before. I've seen this before from Zekken. Pushing up in the post plant towards long. He knows valyn is playing back there as well, but eventually it's just too much for him to deal. All right, well, the gamble for Sen. They see nothing over towards the B side of the map here. It'll be a retake for them. An upstrut G2 with a straightforward A plant, and there's some extension here at least over towards Secrets.
Everything covered at the moment by G2, and falling back to main just to play spam with the superior weapons. You have Jaw playing forward here, can take an engagement and go right back to main with the rest of the group.
Also that regen shield as well, gonna top him back up, means he's still good to throw down and brawl a little bit. Hang on, we're at half. Zekken got off of it. Jaw goes, he doubles back, gets another. John found two though with the classics. Haunt dealt with and JonahP needs to explode here. The spray is good though. We'll be up to Narrate. It's doable. Time not on his side though, and definitely the better weapon in JonahP's hands.
I mean, how are they winning?
A side. Looks like they're still planning to end there, Wyatt.
Feels like it doesn't even need to be said, but this is must-win for the Sentinels team. With the economy on the line, G2 could get to 10 here. They have to win this out 4v4 on the retake.
Jaw is able to close the gap, get pretty close here inside that smoke, but has to respect potential spam. Can't get into dugout though, as Narrate does cause Trent's gun to go loose. Jawg though will recover it. Narrate's pushed up pretty far there towards dugout, jump spotting this. A little bit of spray down through the wall, but he's unperturbed.
Now, John does have some missiles as well to get back in here, but they've got to go soon. They're waiting for Zellsis on this rotate. Jaw fighting forward.
Almost had a timing, but takes a bunch of damage. No time for the regen shield to get back. JonahP, good for owning the one, and Leaf is completely out of the picture here. There's going to be bodies upon bodies to try and get through towards stop this. You can't get there.
Get the Armageddon now. Oh, Zellsis punished.
Yeah, they're emphasizing that
He does have a good position in A main. That's allowing Sen to try and post up towards B. Bang spotted out, dangerous.
Bang trying to get away, now it's stunned out in the open. Exposed and eliminated. johnqt sat back behind those smokes there, little gap in the corner. Valyn could see it, but he's going to walk up instead. John opts to give that ground up. Conceding space now to the attackers.
John wanted to find a pick with the Armageddon, isn't able to do so, and now Jaws on this late flank, Sen trying to push forward. Jonah on default.
God, everything's being thrown at him. Decayed down, sheer wall does come up here, but Jonah still ends up getting the raid out of the game. And second, in what's a must-win round. Look at the money here for Sentinels. It's dire straits.
Turn the tide.
There's the flash. They've got to get up that line. Oh, no escape. The Teho Yuta's going to lock him in here. I like that. They overwhelm Leaf and get themselves an outlaw.
That is an excellent punish. Now G2 and Leaf calling all of that information over to them. IGL Valyn, he knows that it's time to just hit the gas, get into A, and now they're playing this forward position with this spike planted for Secret. They're going to meet Sen in the spawn.
Still flashes to work with for Sen. Okay, Zekken's going to see all of this now. Can he radio it back efficiently? It's Zellsis with that recovered outlaw. Trent now realizes he's going to be in a bit of danger if he sticks around. John gets there with the Sheriff. Zekken with the wrap. It's not good enough. Trent for 4. Hang on, where did he come from? One away from the ace here is Trent, and he's waiting for Zellsis to walk right on up. JonahP, though.
There's a G2, every ultimate expended in that situation. The Nightfall was perfect. This was the moment where Trent changed the complexion of that late round.
Last-ditch effort now in this round number 19. Zekken on the line, punishes the shoulder pick from Trent, but Jorg's already deep. He's viral deep. Will he stick it into halls? He does. He gets behind that Vice util. So they have a mole. There is an imposter among us.
Wow, Leaf is actually pushing up into Link at the exact same time, meeting with Valyn over there.
Still guarding. It's going to be Jorg on his own here behind this cosmic divide. At some point, G2 have to intervene.
It's a pistol round.
It's a shorty off, in fact. Now G2 want to come back here, but it might be too late for that center flooding into the site. They have it under control with Valyn. Valyn at a timing. It's not bad, but it's not enough. Not yet. JonahP stunned up by that special delivery. In the meantime, the defuse goes down.
Can Sen make this comeback a reality? Zekken push forward, excuse me, has to get out. Oh my God, Trent is just too accurate with a Hunter's Fury.
Zellsis is a steaming pair of shoes, that's it. Zekken was forced off the line by the clone and hasn't had an impact in this round. The beat presence for G2 is minimal as they have pivoted to an A main that was uncontested, to a site that's only being populated by Bang. And he's about to get real busy.
This might just be another fantastic call from Valyn to close out the game, hitting the site with only one player.
The multi-swing is just too much to deal with. Bang feeling like Narrate from that first map, all on his own. An island that is covered by the G2 tsunami, and now we fall back to the post-plant positions. G2 don't have any deep site positions. No one at dugout. All playing from A main, and a late wrap here through Art should come.
Oh, and Leaf gets the kill onto Zekken. They have post-plant utility as well. The shots exchanged.
Goes low. johnqt managed to hit that big 140 shot, and Narrate's able to move up there. Checks Art. The late flank is thwarted. Here's the C's. No one caught in it, and jawgemo. It'll have to be him. Narrate trying